talk about representation for a second. I've been sitting on this for quite some time, and I want to share some of my thoughts. It started with some of the sub-comments under my comment celebrating K-pop Demon Hunter's success. I love the movie. I loved it for its plot, its animation style, but most of all, I love its presentation, both obvious and subtle, of Korean culture. I'm not Korean, by the way, I'm Chinese, so in my comment, I said I was really happy and it healed me to see that a part of our Asian culture was celebrated in this way. Immediately, people without any understanding of cultural nuance were quick to correct me. It's Korean culture, not Asian culture. It made me realize that when you're the minority in a society, doesn't matter if it's your race or religion or political belief or socioeconomic status, your definition of representation is forced to become so much broader. I'm an East Asian in the United States, where Asians make up around 7 to 8% of the entire population. I get excited when I see Asians in the media, even though they may not be the type of Asian that I am. My own background, my upbringing is actually way more than just the label of Asian American. I'm Han Chinese, I'm specifically Shanghainese, I speak the Wu dialect, and I grew up as a third culture kid, which is a fancy way of saying that I grew up moving from place to place. But I don't expect all parts of my identity to be understood by everyone. Like, I expect my self-introduction to come with explanation. So when it comes to media representation, I attach myself to the broadest label possible, Asian, because that is a label that the majority understands the most, even though that describes me the least. Because of that, I feel connected to Asian cultures that are similar to mine, but not exactly mine. Case in point, K-pop Demon Hunters. My own culture is somewhat similar to Korean culture, plus Asians tend to be lumped together in the context of American society, that a part of me feels a lot of joy and pride that a part of my community gets internationally recognized like this. But if I were to be in East Asia or Southeast Asia, where I'm the racial majority, I would have just seen this movie as a fun, lighthearted foreign movie. My label for myself would have been much narrower than just Asian. Maybe then my dominant identity would have been Shanghainese. There's another point to be made here, which is that when we think of Asians in America, we usually only think of East Asians, aka people who look like me. That in itself comes with immense privilege. When you are the default of a group, you don't need to go out of your way to justify or explain things. Anyway, my observation is, the more privileged you are in any category, the more specific you see your identity represented in media.